I believe so. The next question was to, there was a woman. Yep, there you are, yes.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here and addressing these issues. My question is, can you comment on the massacre in Connecticut, Sandy Hook, and the connections with any survivalist or other extremist movements that were connected? The media is totally silent, and I'm concerned about media misrepresentation of events.
So I live in Connecticut, and there's actually a number of groups that have looked into it and haven't found those connections, but again, that's just one view. I don't know, Daryl, if you've seen anything on that or others have.
The one thing that people need to understand about what makes domestic terrorism kind of a unique phenomenon is we don't have a lot of organized groups that are conducting terrorist activity because the FBI either infiltrates them and dismantles the organization. So what we have is a lot of ad hoc, what we call leaderless resistance movements. People that are introduced to extreme belief systems, and then they take it in the direction that they want to do that suits their needs. Okay, so people will self-train if they, want to conduct an act of violence. They'll train in secret by themselves. They'll not affiliate with groups. What we saw up in Sandy Hook, I saw some actual media reporting about this, so I haven't vetted it or validated it in any way. But there was some references to the subject's mother and some of the beliefs that she had in the coming doomsday. We have this movement that's really, I think, taken off within the past few years and actually been mainstreamed on media programs, this movement of doomsday prepping. People preparing for the end of the world, people for any variety of reasons, whether it's their belief that the economy is going to collapse or whether there's going to be a foreign invasion of sorts or whether a meteor is going to strike the earth and annihilate all the citizens. So there were some discussion initially, some possible ties to this doomsday prepper movement. What I'll say, what Sandy Hook has done has brought the national spotlight on this issue of gun control. This has been something that's been a issue that transcends a lot of these extremist movements on the far right, is this fear of gun control, the fear of gun bans, the fact that the government will come and take your guns for no valid reason. So the fact that we had this event that pretty much struck a chord throughout the country and brought public attention to this issue, unfortunately, is going to play right into the hands of these extremist groups. So, we need to tread lightly about the issue. We need to bring in common sense things that go across party lines, things that we can do because it is a problem. And the fact that people think the end of the world is going to happen gives them a sense of hopelessness where they go out and conduct these types of acts of violence.
Yeah, it's maybe worth pointing out that, back in '92, when the first semi-automatic, when the Clinton weapons ban went into effect, was that '92? I think so. Sorry?
Bill, 96.
Yeah, right. In any case, that it very much got the same kind of reaction that we're seeing now. This, just furious reaction.
Thank you for your question. And then I'm going to go to the woman in blue, right down here.
Hi, my name is Hillary Anderson. I'm an intern here at CAP. And you guys mentioned early on that a lot of right-wing extremists tend to stockpile these weapons and then illegally sell and transport them. Do you see any room in the current gun violence prevention debate to enact legislation to help track and prevent these right-wing groups from kind of like expanding and creating more terrorist acts?
Does anyone have thoughts on
that? I've got a couple of thoughts.
Sure.
I worked for ATF. They're the agency charged with regulating firearms. I think they do a great job at regulating the firearms industry. Some common sense things, just from my personal point of view, I think there's been some discussions about how mentally ill people can just get their hands on these firearms without any type of checks being done as far as their mental health. I think that's a common sense thing that would transcend party lines, is to look at, in addition to doing a criminal background check, possibly having some sort of check where we could see if someone's been officially diagnosed or has mental health issues. So we have that issue. I think there could be a cause for the high-capacity magazines. Why does somebody need to have 30 rounds in a firearm? So there's a number of things that I think people can discuss, that can help the issue and to shed light on it, and also to try to get the guns out of the wrong hands, so to speak.
The other big issue